Hello everyone, welcome to this video where we are going to have a quick discussion or introduction of this solid called a prism. So what exactly is the prism? As I'm explaining it, you may refer to the three diagram or three examples in this particular screen here, where there is a triangular prism, a pentagonal prism, and a hexagonal prism as an example. Well, a prism, how do we define prism? It is a solid and the end faces are identical, which we call them a cross section. So for example, if you see in the diagram itself, then you will be able to see that the triangular prism has a uniform cross section where the end faces are two parallel planes. So it should go through from one end to another without changing the shape. In this case, triangular. If you see the pentagon, which I'm going to highlight in black, pentagon at the bottom, it can go through all the way at any point in between the two ends. It is exactly the same. It is uniform. Same goes for the hexagonal prism. So all prism have this special attribute. Okay, we will be able to identify a cross section. Next, the end faces is either called the cross section or, in this case, a base. So in short, a prism is a solid that has a cross section along its length. And there is this other distance, this perpendicular distance between the two base or the two cross section. We call them the height or the length. Okay, the other faces then is called the lateral faces. To note that in mathematics we don't define cylinder as a prism. Well, because a prism, we define it as having these flat lateral surfaces and not curved surfaces. That's the reason, okay? So let's do some activity to reinforce this idea. I have the following solids. We have to determine whether it is a prism or not. And if it is a prism, what is the uniform cross section? Well, the first one is a hexagonal prism, which we have seen in the earlier examples. For part B, this is a cone. There's no uniform cross section. The circle is not uniform throughout, the base circle, okay? Same goes for part example C. There's no cross section. For part D, yes, there is. In fact, for this particular example, there are two possible cross sections that we can see. One is the square at both ends. One is the rectangle. And if you cannot see it clearly, this could be one possible cross section. And this could be another possible cross section, because it is uniform along its length. For part E, yes, and the cross section is actually here, which is uniform across its length. Part F, yes, it is a trapezium. G, yes, It is another kind of hexagonal prism. So I should also highlight this lah. But for the last one, it seems to have a uniform cross section, yes. But do we define a curved surface, prism with curved surfaces as a prism? No, we do not. The surface is curved. With that, we have come to the end of this video. So if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.